Hello, everybody. Welcome to the brand new Quick and Carry kitchen. Look at my new surroundings. This is our brand new Quick and Carry kitchen set, and we are super excited to share it with you. We've been working on this, and it's going to be so exciting because you, as our viewers, will get to see a bunch of new stuff as we go through each show, like we're going to be able to put messages to you up there. We'll have recipes and ingredients above my head on this white space. It's all going to be so exciting. So thank you for all of you who are joining us live today. Hello, I am Kristen Madrine. Welcome to all of you who join us later and watch over the weekend. We love having you check in on what we've done on the show this week. And today is Bill's birthday, so we are going to make a chocolate cake. And not just any chocolate cake, it's a totally vegan chocolate cake, and it's super moist and it's very delicious. Just ask anybody at the Quick and Carry kitchen because everybody had a little piece already this morning while we were testing. So let me tell you a couple of things. Because it's Bill's birthday, and I'll explain that in a second, we want you to comment down below and say happy birthday, Bill, and one of you is going to win one of our awesome Quick and Carry bags for your Instant Pot just by saying happy birthday to our colleague Bill. And you can choose an 8-quart, a 6-quart, or a 3-quart. I guess you could even choose one of the slow cooker bags if you would like to. They are all awesome for your Instant Pot. So our colleague Bill has moved to Arizona and works remotely now, which is totally awesome, but we so miss him, and I especially miss him because Bill is one of my favorite eaters. He was always the first in and the last out in the Quick and Carry kitchen. So Bill, happy birthday. We miss you a lot, and so today I am making a wonderful chocolate cake just for you. So hi Linda Bragg, good morning, glad you're with us. Hello Leanne. Linda Kathy Leathers, hi, Kathy from Pennsylvania. So glad you're with me today. So here's my deal about baking in the Instant Pot. I am actually a professionally trained and certified vegan and gluten-free pastry chef. And so I've always been a little skeptical about baking anything in the Instant Pot because it's not baking, it's steaming. And cakes are weird. They can go very well and they can be total flops. And that is no matter if you're a super great baker or not, you can still have a disaster with a cake. They're a little fussy. I am pleased to tell you that after much experimentation, this recipe actually works very well in a pressure cooker, and we'll show you the real cake at the end. So let's talk a little bit about the recipe. I'm going to go in stages, and if you'd like the recipe, you can ask for our downloaded PDF. Cindy, I'm so glad to see you. Hey, Dawn, you made it. Hi, Dawn from Dallas. I'm so glad you're here today. Rose Demore, how are you? I am going to talk you through the ingredients a little bit. First of all, get out a glass Pyrex measuring cup like this and put the milk in it and then the vinegar so that this can be turning into a little bit of buttermilk. And then you're going to want to get the dry ingredients together. So the dry ingredients for this is 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 3/4 cups of unsweetened cocoa powder, a teaspoon and a half of baking soda, and a teaspoon of salt. So that's what I have in here. And I've whisked it all together with our awesome, cool double whisk that's in the Quick and Carry set. I love that thing a lot. And get that all whisked together and set that aside. Hey, Robin Van Wormer from Miwataka. She's a good friend of mine. Glad you're here today. Chris Meyer from Iowa. Glad you're with us today. We can all sing a happy birthday song at the end for Bill. So this has been sitting for a little while, and I'm going to take the sugar, which is 1.25 cups of sugar, and I'm going to put it in there. And then you don't even have to get your mixer out for this recipe. This can really just be done in this mixing container and your bowl for your dry ingredients. And I'm going to really give that a good whisking to just sort of, dissolve the sugar. And then when I'm done doing that, I'm going to add the oil. And that's 3/4 cup of oil. So let me put that in. And just before I whisk that, I'm also going to put in the vanilla. And chocolate tastes better when you have vanilla in it. And if you're like me, you've gone to the store lately and you've seen how much vanilla costs, you're going to want to learn how to make vanilla in your Instant Pot. And one of the next few shows, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to do some shows through October and November on making gifts for people for the holidays. And making your own vanilla is going to be one of those because vanilla is insanely expensive. All right, so I've got that. And I'm going to leave that while I talk about the pans. And here's the reason why. Because this has vinegar in it and this has baking soda in it, you want to do these at the very last minute. So get your pans prepared. I have sprayed them with an oil and then I've put flour in and shook it all around and then dumped it out. Oh, there I went and dumped some more out right on my phone. That's how I roll, remember? I'm the totally messiest cook you know. Kristen Stuckey is with us today, wishing Bill a happy, happy birthday. So I've got my pans prepared. I have tin foil to go over my pans prepared. And I have the thing you absolutely have to have for this recipe is you have to have a foil sling ready so that you can put your pans down in the pot. So I take about a 24-inch long piece of tin foil, I turn it into a sling, and then I have that ready to put the pots in and go into the pressure cooker. All right, so let's go back to where we were. Do not mix your wet and your dry until you are ready to go. And I'm going to tell you one other little thing. I want to make sure I say her name right. The owner of carveyourcraving.com has done a vegan chocolate cake, and she tried cooking it 4 different ways in the Instant Pot. I tried cooking it 3 different ways in the Instant Pot, and I happen to agree with her 3rd way of doing it. When I just put the cakes yesterday in a cold Instant Pot and turned it on, they didn't rise as high as I would have liked. So this morning I made 2 more layers for Bill's birthday cake, and I put the cooker on saute first, and I brought the water up to a boil, which gets the pressure cooker all nice and hot and ready to go. And that's the way it is with any recipe. But with a cake, and especially with the baking soda and the vinegar together, you want it ready to go so that you get as much lift as possible. So I'm going to do this, and then we're very quickly going to get them in the pot. All right, here we go. And you don't want to over stir this. You want to just get it together. And hi, Amy Main. How are you today? So glad that you could join us. My friend Heather is here. Hi, Heather. She's talking about how great homemade vanilla is for a gift. It is. And it's super simple in the Instant Pot. There's lots of recipes out there, and we're going to do some vanilla and a couple other gifts that you can make for people with the Instant Pot. All right, so I'm just going to go around and make sure I'm getting this all incorporated. There we go. How are we doing out there? How do you like our new set? Isn't this cool? I'm super happy with it. All right, now where is my, here we go. I'm going to take a spatula and just go around and make sure that I've folded everything in. And then I'm going to divide this batter between the two bowls. All right, here we go. I mean pans, the two pans. And you do want to try to divide it as evenly as you can, so you've got the same layers. And because this is a special birthday cake that we're eating for Bill, and I wanted it to have enough layers that it would really be a fun look, so I doubled them. And now, once you've got your dough, your batter in here, here's a good tip. Cover, and then get the second one ready to go. And what you're doing here is you're getting any air bubbles to come to the surface, air bubbles to the surface, and then you're going to cover these. Then, all right, now, here's my sling. I'm going to put the first one on the sling. I'm going to bring the second one on top of the sling. And I can tell that my pot is heating up, ready to go. And then very carefully lift, put that in, grab your lid, lock on your lid. And even though you have a cake setting and a steam setting, I still just think you should switch from saute, go to cancel, then go up to pressure cook, and you're going to pressure cook for 35 minutes. Ready to go, and start. Awesome. Okay, so let's talk it through one more time. You're going to get your milk and your vinegar together and let it become buttermilk. Set it aside. Put your dry ingredients all together. Then you're going to finish your wet ingredients by adding the sugar first, the oil and the vinegar. I use a nice sunflower oil. You can use canola, whatever you have in your house, just not olive oil. It's not going to taste right if you use olive oil. And then you put together the dry ingredients and the wet ingredients at the last minute. Make sure your pans are prepared and ready to go in the sling. In the Instant Pot it goes. 35 minutes on pressure cook. Give it a 10-minute natural pressure release, and then take the cakes out. Let them completely cool. I run a little knife around them and take the springform part off, let them completely cool, invert them onto a cake platter or a plate, and then you can go ahead and decorate them. Now, what I did today was I made a little chocolate ganache. Here's our beautiful shiny chocolate ganache. This is made with a very high quality Ghirardelli chocolate chips and coconut cream. You can use heavy cream, but remember, I'm trying to keep this completely vegan, and so I use coconut cream in it, and it makes just a gorgeous chocolate ganache. And now I'm going to do, oh, hi, Judy Burr. I'm so glad you're visiting with us today. Hi, Nancy Crawford. You like the new studio? I do too, Nancy. It's so cool because I can stand up, walk around a little bit. And now I'm going to show you Bill's birthday cake. Here we go. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? We've got some raspberries and some pepitas decorating it. And what I did is I put the first layer down, put a little of the ganache on it, put some whipped cream on, second layer, ganache and whipped cream, third layer, and then I really just let the beautiful soft ganache go all over the cake. I used a spatula to sort of make sure that the edges had it, and then decorated the top. And here we go. I'm so excited. Let's hope that this will light it. Hello, come on. Oh, come on, I wanted to light Bill's birthday cake. All right. Oh, Tony Krinsky, great question. Thank you. I didn't run through this. In the bottom of my Instant Pot is 1.5 cups of water and the trivet. So I'm using a little extra water because I have 2 pans in there and I wanted to make sure that I get plenty of steam. So thank you, Tony. I'm really glad that you asked that question. So 1.5 cups of water, the trivet, the sling, the 2 foiled covered pans in the pot. And then when you bring it out, I'm going to tell you something. Be really careful because the sling and the 2 pans with the tin foil over them will have lots of hot water on them. So please be super careful when you remove everything from the pot. And then I just put it right here on my little wooden cutting board and let everybody cool until it was time to frost the cake, which we will eat in Bill's honor in a little bit of time. Heather, yes, coconut cream to make ganache is really delicious. It's lovely and it comes out super creamy. Now let's talk about ganache for a second. There's lots of ways to make a ganache. When you want a shiny ganache like this, you want about a 1-to-1 ratio of chocolate to the cream that you use. So I used about 1.5 cups of chocolate chips, and I heated up I used the same Pyrex measuring cup, and I just put about 1.5 cups of the coconut cream, not coconut milk, but actual coconut cream, put it in here, got it nice and hot, put the chocolate chips in there, and then you just beat it until it is very shiny. And then you can use it. If you want a little thicker, you change to 2-to-1 chocolate to cream, and that would give you more of a frosting consistency. But I wanted to drizzle the glaze over the layers and make it look, you know, a little drippy, and I wanted that really nice shine on it. And as you can see, it turned out beautifully. I don't think anybody would know that this cake was made in a pressure cooker. That's the amazing thing. And even though I'm still a little skeptical on the whole baking in the Instant Pot, this turned out really well. And it's wonderful if, like we here at the Quick and Carry Kitchen, we don't have an oven. So if you're camping, if you're staying in a hotel, if you just don't want to turn your oven on, this is a wonderful way to make somebody a chocolate birthday cake. Okay. Hi, Joanne. Oh, I'm so glad you made it. How are you today? Okay, so everybody who's commented down below is eligible for the win of the Instant Pot bag. Our winner of a bag this week is Leanne Ferguson Casher. Leanne, congratulations. You've won one of our awesome Quick and Carry bags. I'll be in touch with you after the show and we'll send you one of our awesome bags. Okay, so even though I can't light the cake for Bill, happy birthday, Bill. This is from all of us here at the Quick and Carry Kitchen to you and your family in Arizona. I hope you have a wonderful day today. We will light these and we'll sing happy birthday to you when we have our lunch here in the Quick and Carry Kitchen. Yes, Heather is going to take hers camping. See, this is the great thing. Oh, speaking of camping, for all of you who knew that I was going camping and making a ton of food in the Instant Pot, guess what? I had a wonderful camping experience. And one of my dearest friends, Emily, showed up at the same music festival that I was at. We had no idea we were going to be there together, and she had no food. So I got to show my love to other people by sharing all my Instant Pot food and making sure everybody's tummy was warm because our bodies were cold. It got down to 38 degrees both of the nights that we were at the music festival, but we had a wonderful time. The weather turned beautiful for both Saturday and Sunday, and I went camping and was successful, partly because I had a cooler full of delicious, delicious instant pot food. And guess what the biggest hit was? That company beef stew. That is a fabulous recipe. I hope you've made it. If you haven't, take my recommendation. The next time you need a great recipe, our company beef stew, the best. You can always find all of our recipes over on our blog at quickandcarry.com. You can find our old videos on Facebook/Quick and Carry videos. And we so appreciate you being here for us for Bill's birthday. Again, happy birthday, Bill. We're going to love your cake, and we wish you were here to enjoy it with us. Have a fabulous weekend, everybody. Enjoy fall. And as Julia Child used to say, bon appetit.